elementary teachers, when it comes to growing a school garden, what's the main concern that comes to everybody's mind? Like if you go to your administrator and you tell them that you want to grow a school garden, what's the first question that they're going to ask you? Is it about summer maintenance? It probably is. And that's very logical because nobody's there usually during summertime. So who's going to take care of the garden? But this is usually a big deal in people's minds because they have two myths swarming around their brain. So let's bust those two. First of all, you think, everybody thinks that summer maintenance is a lot of work. And that could be the case. Unfortunately, most of the time it is. But if you design your garden properly, summer maintenance can be not a big deal at all, because a well-designed garden only requires watering during summertime. No weeding, no harvesting, no cleaning up, no nothing like that. Now, I'm going to go into details about every one of these in future videos. But for now, I just want to let you know that if you have a well-designed garden, you only need watering. And even the watering, because a well-designed garden is actually water-conserving garden, even the watering is not going to be a huge worry in people's minds. You do still need your parents' community to come in and do the watering. But if your garden is designed well, if they forget or one or two of them skips their shift here and there, nobody's going to get overly worried about the garden. Especially if you get a wet summer or you live somewhere that it usually rains a lot during summertime. You still could hit a very dry summer, or you could be living and teaching somewhere that you definitely know that your summers are going to be hot and dry. And that's why you need to have the parents to volunteer and come in during summer to water the garden. And that brings me to myth number 2. Everybody thinks that because you need parents to come in at summertime to water the garden, you have to get them involved from the very beginning. Like before even starting to grow this garden, you have to form garden committees and volunteer groups and ask their permission and ask for their time for the summer and all of that. But that's not the case at all. It's actually the opposite. People aren't going to be very excited to volunteer for something they don't know and they're thinking would probably be a lot of work at the very beginning. They're not going to be very excited about that. But right before summer, when you've already grown a flourishing and beautiful garden with your kids, all you need to do is send out a sign-up sheet, tell them all they need to do is watering. They don't need to do anything else. They already see the garden. It's beautiful and flourishing. That's exciting. They're going to sign up like crazy. I've done this a million times. Trust me on this. Everybody wants to be part of something that's already successful. Getting them involved at the beginning is a lot harder than getting them involved just to come in and water the garden whenever they can, because they're going to be signing up for it. So they're going to be considering their vacation times and all of that. And they're going to say, oh, okay, you know what? On these days or on these weeks, I can bring my kids and water this garden and look at the garden. I want to be part of that amazing garden that they've already grown. So you shouldn't be worrying about summer maintenance from the very beginning. What you should be thinking about is growing that amazing garden. And to tell you the truth, if this is the first time that you're growing a garden, you shouldn't be worrying about an outdoor school garden anyway, because that's phase 2. Phase 1 is what you need to be worried about. Now you might be thinking, what's phase 1, phase 2? Well, go and join my free webinar for elementary teachers called School Gardens with Ease 2024. I explain my 2-phase plan of growing an amazing school garden that's utilized for years to come, and it's very easy to grow. And that 2-phase plan comes from my decade of experience in growing school gardens. So go grab your spot, and I promise you that by the end of that webinar, all of your worries will be melted away.